It's been a whirlwind. I just met Donald Sutherland, who I've always been a huge fan of, and was just a little overwhelmed outside. I got a hug. Um, it's amazing. We just spent 4 days in Paris and then came down via train, which is such a great way to see kind of some of the countryside. And the last 40 minutes of that train ride, I'm glued to the window looking at the French coast, and it's obviously stunning, and everybody's been really warm and welcoming, and the festival's been fantastic so far, and yeah, I love it. For NCIS LA, I think that one of the things that's so fantastic about Deeks is what we just talked about, that there is such an underlying history to the character. I think that he's obviously come from a very tumultuous relationship with his father, and maybe no relationship with his mother, and that he dedicated his life to education and put himself through school and became a lawyer, and then for whatever reason bailed on that because of some sort of kind of ideals or moral compass that was lost, then became a detective. So kind of his journey to where he is right now, which is what I get to play, is a long and arduous one, which makes, for really kind of great backstopping to play in these scenes. Typical days on set, we usually do 60 to 70 hours a week. So we're up pretty early, which is fun because LA is just a big traffic grid. So at 5:30, there isn't a ton of traffic out there. And then, I get to work with, everybody talks about, like, you do a movie and you go away for 2 months and it's like a vacation, and you're with these people and then it's over, like a summer vacation. And with a TV show, we shoot for 10 months out of the year, 60 to 70 hours a week. It's really like a family. So you're stuck with these people regardless if you love them or not. And I know everybody says this, but we really did get lucky. I think Chris and LL Cool J are two really great examples of people that have managed to raise families under all sorts of circumstances with success and rise and falls in their own careers, and now are LL's doing some of the best acting on the show. Like, he's crushing it right now, and Chris is, both these guys are like, I have an older brother, but they're both like, two other older brothers for me. And Danny's, I don't have a bad thing to say about her. She's a wonderful human being, and Linda Hunt is, those are my favorite scenes, the scenes I get with Linda and Barrett and Renee. I mean, we got really lucky. On NCIS LA, we've had the wonderful opportunity to have Christopher Lambert as a reoccurring on the show. It started off as a guest star, and I think that he's such a dynamic actor. And I think it's so tough on a show like ours because it's obviously a formula where you have an antagonist that comes and goes over one episode, and it's so impossible to find layers in that. So it's usually this one-dimensional antagonist, but he brings something to it that has kind of crushed everybody. And we're so lucky to have him. He's so good, and he plays such a pivotal role in the end of season 4 as kind of the catalyst for these giant catastrophes. Did I just say catalyst for catastrophe? Go ahead and edit around that. And he's so, there's a stillness in him that's so terrifying on screen and so good, and he's just, he's always a step ahead on the show, and we're so lucky to have him. And I told him when he was doing it, when he came back to do the finale, I gave him a big hug, and I was like, I'm so happy you're here, and if it was up to me, you could come back whenever you want.